N2KAnalyzer is a powerful PC-based tool for maintaining NMEA 2000 networks. It can be used to analyze the performance of these networks, troubleshoot networks which are not functioning correctly, configure Meritron NMEA 2000 devices, and update firmware on those devices. This is the program that you want to use when you want to see what is happening on your NMEA 2000 network. When you start the program and make a connection, you immediately see the list of devices that are currently operating on the bus with all the manufacturer information and details about the device. From there, you can drill down and look at individual channels and the actual data the device is transmitting. Part 1 of this tutorial will give you a hands-on introduction to displaying NMEA 2000 data using N2KAnalyzer. Part 2 of this tutorial will show you how to set up N2KAnalyzer, how to configure Meritron devices using N2KAnalyzer, and how to connect to your system. If you want to follow along with this tutorial, download a free copy of N2KAnalyzer from the Meritron website. The address is on the screen. You can pause the video while you get N2KAnalyzer ready. This tutorial is just an overview of some of N2KAnalyzer's capabilities. For more detail, you can access the User's Manual from within the program. Press Help at the top of the screen and then User's Manual. The version number that you are using can be found by pressing Help and then About N2KAnalyzer. For this tutorial, we will load a boat file that has been created previously by N2KAnalyzer. Press File at the top of the screen and then Open. This will open a file browser dialog. In the file browser dialog, navigate to the N2KAnalyzer installation directory and then navigate to the Vessels subdirectory. Select the Meritron.net file that you see there and press Open. The file browser dialog will close and the boat file will be loaded. As soon as N2KAnalyzer makes a connection to an NMEA 2000 network, it will get all the data it can from the devices on the network. As the data is received, it is entered into the device list and displayed on the screen. Each row in the device list represents a different device that is connected to the NMEA 2000 bus. Once the data has been received, you can save it to disk as a boat file and then, at a later time, load it back into N2KAnalyzer so that you can examine and analyze the data without needing to be physically connected to the boat. You can also email this file to someone at a remote location so they can help you troubleshoot. In the columns of the device list, you can see a lot of information that you can use immediately. Use the manufacturer and model ID columns to identify the types of devices on the bus. Clicking on a heading will sort the device list and make it easier to find the device that you are looking for. Here we can see that there is a Simrad AP28 autopilot, a Meritron ACM100, and two Meritron ALM100s on the bus. To tell the ALM100s apart, look at the serial number or label columns. The serial numbers are set by the manufacturer and will be written on the outside of the device. For Meritron products, you can choose your own label and program it into the device. You can also program your own installation description that can tell you where the device is located, which can also help you to identify an individual device. In part 2 of this tutorial, we will show you how to do this. If you want to see all the properties for a device, just select the device in the device list by clicking anywhere on the row with the mouse. When the row turns blue, you know which device you have selected. And then press Analyze at the top, followed by Device Properties. This gives a list of all the device properties. The title of the dialog identifies the device by its address on the bus, its model ID, and its serial number. NMEA requires each device to supply a list of which PGNs it is capable of receiving and the list of PGMs that it will be transmitting. You can see these lists by selecting the tab at the top of the dialog. Press OK to return to the device list. Another important piece of information that can be seen immediately for Meritron devices is whether the software in each device is up to date. If the version numbers in the current software and available software columns are not the same, the data in the current software column will be read. You won't be able to do this from a saved boat file, but if you are connected to the NMEA 2000 network, You can immediately update the device's software by selecting the device and then pressing Update at the top of the page. Some devices have multiple channels, such as the Meritron TMP100, which measures 6 channels of temperature. N2KAnalyzer identifies these devices with a plus sign in the Expand column at the left of the device list. Pressing the plus sign will expand the display for that device to show the details for each channel. Here, you can see that each channel has been set to transmit the temperature with a source of inside temperature. You can also see the instance number and label that have been assigned to each channel. To look at the data in the PGNs being transmitted by a device, highlight the row in the device list for that device, click on Analyze at the top of the screen, and then click on Transmitted PGNs. You will see the time-stamped list of transmitted PGN numbers and descriptions. The timestamp is measured in seconds from when N2KAnalyzer starts up. The list is updated in real time, so seeing when the timestamp changes will tell you which PGNs are active on the bus. Pressing the plus sign on the left of a row will display the values of the parameters in the PGN. You can also view the data on the bus by simulating a Meritron DSM-250 display. Press Analyze at the top of the screen, and then DSM-250 Viewing. Of course, the screens in the DSM-250 will need to be configured correctly to display the data. You do this just like any other DSM-250. Use your mouse to press on the 5 buttons shown, or you can use the Escape, Up, Down, and Enter buttons on your keyboard. One nice feature when entering text in the simulator is that if you click on a text field with the mouse, you can then use your keyboard instead of having to find the letters as you would in a real DSM-250. If you are connected to a live system, the simulated DSM-250 will be shown in the list of devices. Look for the serial number 1319999 so you can upload and download its configuration like any other device. Or you can download the configuration from another DSM-250 on the bus and upload it to the simulated DSM-250. To see how to upload and download configurations and how to configure Meritron's devices with information such as the instance numbers, labels, and installation descriptions, please watch the second part of this series. Thank you for watching this video. Please visit www.meritron.com to learn more.